Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Wait, what's that from? I don't know it.
I don't know.
Is it from Welcome Back Cotter?
I have no idea.
Let's ask Jordan.
That was a show, right? Wait,
Yeah.
was that a show? Is that in our age difference?
Ooh, it's in the gap.
Is it in the gap?
I think
you
so.
know that happens.
But
with
I
me
don't
and
know
Sean.
that. I don't know that I ever watched it. Welcome Back Cotter.
Hold on, let's ask Jordan. Hey, Jordan. Hope you're doing swell. There's a song that we're trying to figure out what it's from. It goes like, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, or something like that. What is it, and where is it from?
Hey there. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. The song you're thinking of is Welcome Back by John Sebastian. It was the theme song for the 70s sitcom Welcome Back Cotter. It's got that catchy
Boom.
welcome back line, which makes it super memorable.
Okay.
Let me know if that's the one.
Yep, that's the one.
That's the one. Thanks,
That's the
Jordan.
one. Love Jordan.
I know. right?
Jordan's going to be a part of this podcast
Season
season
two.
two,
Yeah.
season
Yeah,
two,
yeah.
and basically because we can't afford a assistant quite yet, because we don't have any sponsors just yet.
We're still working.
We're
on
working
one.
on that. We're working on one. We need to get it hammered down.
nailed down.
Nailed down, and we might actually have to nail
Hammered
him.
out.
We might have to actually nail him down to get him to do it.
True.
But yeah, so we have ChatGPT, which is $20 a month, and very helpful.
And Jordan's super nice.
Oh yeah, Jordan Nightingale is wonderful. So this is really exciting. I feel like we've been gone a long time,
It does feel like we've been gone a long time.
but also we've been gone a long time.
yes.
Okay, so we've been gone. I've been gone since July.
Yep.
But we had our episodes play out through August, which
Yep.
was good.
Yep.
And now we are very excited to come back for a season 2.
Yes.
And we have an incredible lineup.
Season 1, we had 30 shows, I believe.
Yes, in fact, it was a big thing that
It was a big thing,
You wanted
'cause
to,
I'm a weirdo.
I think you said
I
I think.
think.
That is hysterical.
I think it was. 30.
Do you know what's funny about this is I can't even say anything because then I'd be a hypocrite because Erin and I are probably just as OCD about but we're OCD about like different things. So she's like, we were at I think 28 episodes, and then we got Joel and Swider did kind of took over our show for an episode, so I was 29, and she's like, well, we need one more. It's got to be 30.
End at 29. It just felt wrong.
I'm like, well, let's just do an ending kind of recap episode.
Yep.
Which
we hope you liked that because we had a really good time recording it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah.
A lot of good memories.
Yeah.
And if you have not watched yet, or not, and by watch I mean listen, because we do not, we don't do video
Not yet, but we do have a YouTube channel and we do have videos out there. So if you like listening on YouTube, you can go find us on YouTube and listen to us.
And we are currently in the works of
Building a studio.
building a little studio
It's gonna be
space
awesome.
for our show, and where we may be doing video,
Yeah.
so you can see the silliness and use your ears to hear the silliness
Yep.
at the same time.
It's going to be
Very
kind of
exciting.
like Joe Rogan
Yeah.
because we're not going to edit it. Once we're doing that, we're not going to edit anything.
Yeah.
The only thing we would maybe edit is like what Joe does. I think like if a guest goes to the bathroom, maybe they edit that out. Like if somebody has to pee.
Yeah, well, if we do that, I'm going to do something really silly for that. I'll
You'll,
just,
like, sing
put
and
in a little
dance?
video. Oh, yeah, I'll sing and dance.
Sweet.
Of course I'll sing and
I
dance.
love that. Should we, I think maybe, do we talk about our travels first?
Might as well.
Do people care about where we went and what we've been doing this whole time?
Just to note, Erin, I have gotten quite a few.
Like 3?
Yeah. A couple is 2. Few is at least 3. People who have acknowledged that they really enjoy listening to us and wouldn't mind having some more episodes of just you and I. So
I have actually heard the same.
like a few or a couple
A couple
of our big
It may have been the same person.
probably the same people.
It's the same person. There's one.
And on that note, please like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram Instagram, and because we are
Becky's done some amazing work there.
I did. I was on a cruise for a whole month in the Mediterranean, and I was just creating all this content for
and
weeks.
our plan is to do more going forward.
Because we hurt everybody's feelings. I mean, in our minds, we hurt everybody's feelings last season when we didn't actually do the things that we said that we were going to do.
Yeah.
So we're stepping it up.
Yep.
For you guys.
Yeah. So one of the things that we started that I love is the guess who this is, or what do we call it? Who is it? Wednesday or something like that.
We have a couple different things.
Or way back. I don't know what we.
Way back Wednesday. Guess who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen those, they're really fun because it's childhood pictures of our guests, and you have to figure out who it is. So our plan for season 2 is to put those out first before the episode is live, and then you guys can try and figure out who is the upcoming guest.
Yep.
Doesn't that sound fun?
Yep. And then Sundays we're going to be doing sneak peeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
So it's going to be really exciting. I mean, we're excited, let me tell you.
Yeah. Very excited.
I mean, if we were recording and you saw my face, you would be like, oh my gosh, she is excited.
She is so excited.
Because you can use your eyes to see me.
Oh my God.
Cut off the mic. Cut off my mic.
Dang, I've missed you.
Oh gosh, I missed you too. Like I think I should go back and see how many times I actually texted you. I miss you so much.
Me too. Me too.
And so yeah, that was
so. Becky and I may not have talked as much as we should have. I mean, we did talk a couple times, but we pretty much sent each other Instagram reels or whatever.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Sometimes multiples of like 15, 20, I don't know. And then it usually ended with, oh my God, I miss you so much.
Yeah. It was good times, good times.
Yes.
You know? But we had a really great time, and so
you go first. Tell where you went upon all of your
July.
travels.
I always spend a month with my family in Wisconsin. See, my sisters, my parents. It was cool this year because I got to see my uncle. He had his 70th birthday party, and the hard thing about that is you never know when it's going to be the last time you see somebody. And so I wanted to make sure that I went, and that was such a good time hanging out with the family,
awesome.
spending so much time with my nieces and nephews who I absolutely adore. Like adore. And we just had a really good time. And then from there, I flew out to Barcelona, which, by the way, Erin, nobody says that.
So, but we talked about this, didn't we? That there was a story that it was the King of Spain had a lisp.
Yeah, and it turns out that story is not true.
False.
Yes, but the thing is nobody in Spain that I witnessed said Barcelona. But I will say this:
It's fun to say.
I said it enough like that Sean finally said it just to be silly, and I'm like, I got you to say it. He's like, doesn't make it right. Barcelona. No, see, it's just so much more fun to say Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I went to Barcelona and had a dandy good time. And from there, we hopped on our cruise. And that was Mediterranean. I think it was various parts of France, Cannes. Where else did it go? Italy. A little bit of Italy. And then back to Spain. And we did that for a month, and that was really fun. And then from there, we stayed in Spain for a little bit, but then we head to Italy. And I had an old friend from high school fly out to...
And you did like a month there?
About 3 weeks.
Seemed longer.
2.5, 3 weeks, because I saw her in Wisconsin, and we haven't seen each other since high school. And her dad just died, and it was like... I'm out drinking, and and we were having the best time. And I said, you need to get out. You need to have a vacation. I'm like, why don't you come meet me in Italy and let's hang out in Italy?
That's awesome.
And mind you, I had never been to Italy before, so I was trying to pick out where we would be the most fun. And so I thought maybe a city would be a really good idea. I ended up going with Naples because there's a lot to do in that area, and the Amalfi Coast is right there. And so you can see Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius and all that stuff. So I thought that is plenty, we went to Capri. That was so much fun.
Did you go more than once or just once?
To what?
To Capri.
Oh, no, just once.
Okay.
Just once. You think I'm going to do that ferry again and again?
Bad?
Oh, no, I threw up on the first one.
Oh.
But in all fairness, everybody was throwing up on that ride there. It was horrible.
I'm glad I wasn't on it.
I know. Trust me, I remember. And but on the way back, it was smooth sailing, so I was fine. But I fell in love with Capri. We had such a great time. And she had a wonderful time. We had a blast. And then she flew back to Wisconsin, and Sean and I ended up taking a train up to, we kind of hopped over Rome because I don't know, the idea, look, I love history, I love the sights, I love all that, but the idea of waiting in these ridiculously long lines to see anything does not sound like fun to me.
So it's funny is I've been to Rome a few times and I've never been in the Colosseum.
So we took the train and we ended up going to Florence. Well, so we ended up in Florence, and
I love Florence.
I fell in love. And that it says a lot for me to say this and even we talked about this on Jason's episode. I think that I prefer Spanish wine. I love a Tempranillo, which I learned how to say last year.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep.
You're such a good friend. and so I love Spanish wine, but now I'm a Chianti girl.
Ooh.
Like I am in love with Chianti and the Chianti region. Mm-hmm, it's so beautiful.
That happened to me too when
I
was
just
there.
so beautiful. And then from there, Melissa and Ned Armand, they were going to be in Greece for Melissa's birthday. And so we decided to fly out there. We were going to go to Ireland, but let's see some friends. And I'm like, I haven't seen like my people, so I was missing them. And so we were only there for a week, but we got a lot packed in there, and just the view from where we were staying, you could see.
Where were you in Greece?
We were in
Athens,
but we were in the Plaka district, and so it's like it's really cute. The restaurants are awesome, fun, good walking. But I did fall off a bike, but we can get into that in a minute. The coolest thing about Greece was I loved that we could see the Acropolis from our Airbnb. And and they light it up at night, and it's so cool. And then we took a tour of the place, and it was pretty neat. It was really cool. But the coolest thing that I liked was driving to the Temple of Poseidon. And the water in Greece is gorgeous. It's kind of like what color would that be? Kind of like a cerulean blue. Beautiful. And then I'm like, okay, I think I'm sold on Greece. I fell in love with Italy, and now I'm in love with Greece. And then our driver was like, and also, if this helps, there's no sharks. And I'm like, I'm sold. So
you would go dive there?
I would go dive there. And I've actually put a lot of thought into this, but I would consider getting my diver's certification
in Greece,
where there's no sharks.
Right. Okay.
So then from there we went back to Spain.
Yep.
And Sean was insistent on taking the bicycles places around the city, and
bicycles.
No,
okay.
Bicycles.
Okay.
No, we did
scooters.
We did scooters in Italy.
In Italy.
But we did bicycles in Spain. And I'm kind of like, I know how to ride a bike. This isn't like, David or an Alexis Rose. Like, I know how to ride a bike, but I've had bad experiences. The last time I rode a bike was in 2010, and somebody who is being, it's a long story, but basically I got the bike that didn't have working brakes. And I ended up going down a hill, not being able to stop, and kind of flew off the bike. And I wasn't like injured. It's just scraped up, but it was just kind of it's not something you want to relive. Mm-hmm. And so we were riding, And riding behind Sean is like, you don't really know which way he's going to go, you know? And so, and this chick behind me was riding really close and it was giving me really bad anxiety. And then Sean kind of moved to the, veered off left, but then he had to come to a very abrupt stop because there was a red light there that we didn't see. And so I did not stop in time because I was trying to gradually stop, trying not to, do what happened in 2010. Well, I ended up flipping over the bike anyway and flying off.
Oh no.
And so, and I just, everybody looked at me like, shit, she doesn't know how to ride a bike.
Oh no.
And I'm like, this is why I don't ride bikes. I don't, you know what?
Were you okay?
I was fine.
Okay.
My pride was hurt a little bit, but
okay.
It was,
you weren't injured.
I was not injured, but I also, Sean said I can no longer ride bikes. And so, and I said, it's probably best that way.
Right.
At least in a city.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe like in the country.
Yeah,
would be okay.
yeah, because it's like, with all the traffic and all the lights and everything and the different lanes and then the bike lane switches and stuff.
Country.
Yeah, so like I didn't really care for that.
Yeah.
So anyway, from there, then we hopped on a cross-Atlantic cruise to Miami, and that was a 2-week cruise, and that was really neat. And then I flew back here. So 4.5 months later.
It's crazy when you say it like that because it felt like forever.
It did feel like
but
forever.
Then like now you're back and you say it, you sum it up, and it's like so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it really did feel like I was gone for a long time.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I really appreciate, look, I haven't done that much traveling in my life. Yes, I've been to England. I've been to Germany. I've been to Mexico. I've been to, Canada. I've been to the Caribbean. And then, we moved to Puerto Rico. And, it's like I kind of fell in love with that. But now it's kind of nice getting out to see, different cultures, and I really enjoy it. Like I've been having a great time, meeting new people and, seeing how everybody else lives in the world. And it was a really cool experience, and I'm very blessed and grateful. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mine is falling off a bike again.
Right. Well, I had a accident as well, but I can tell you.
I just want you to know that made me feel better when you messaged that to me. And then I said, don't tell me. We'll save it for the show.
I know. We actually saw each other yesterday, and we decided to not talk about our stories so that we could save it for the show for reactions, because it makes me sad that you fell off a bike.
Yeah, it makes me sad too.
Yeah. But at least you're okay.
Yeah. Well, at least now I don't have Sean bugging me about it. Because he's like, really sucks. Like, I think you should like bike ride with me. And I'm like, yeah, but you've seen what happens.
But maybe you could bike ride in Palmas.
Yeah, well, I think that would be totally different. You know, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I wasn't gone nearly as long as you, but I did go a lot of places.
Yeah.
So we started in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And Joel surprised me for my birthday. Did I tell you this story?
I don't think so. So
I had tickets to a concert that night. And it was funny because I had tickets. We could have had tickets to another show, but we weren't sure which show we wanted to go to. And so he kept questioning me. And I was like, why does he care so much about which show I'm going to go to? Yeah. And it turns out because he was in Florida, and I thought he was just staying in Florida. Turns out he had bought tickets to come to Denver to surprise me, and so he needed to know what show I was at so that he could possibly get tickets to that show and come in. So we're standing at the show, and it's like the opening act, and I feel this like creeper behind me, how you just can feel if somebody's standing behind you, and I'm like, who is standing behind me? So I turn around and see him, but it took me like a second or so to process the fact that it was Joel. And so I'm like looking at him like, this is not connecting, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. And he didn't tell Amanda, like nobody knew.
That's really
that
sweet.
he was
so
coming.
sweet.
Yeah. So it was fun. So then we had like a few days in Denver, and then the original plan was I was going to meet him in Philly, but obviously since he was with me, we just flew to Philly together and saw some friends, and then we rented a car and drove through the Northeast. We went to Delaware, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Maine.
You drove, right?
New Hampshire. Yep.
What kind of car did you rent?
It was a Nissan Rogue, I think, which is my old car.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like I love Nissan, so
Yeah.
I was very happy. But it was fun. So on that trip, we got to see a bunch of friends everywhere we went. One of my best friend's brothers lives in Rhode Island, and she happened to be there, so I got to see her. And then we went to Maine and hung out with JLD and Kate and John's family. And then we went to New Hampshire and saw Peter and Jenna at Peter's mom's. And then we went to Boston and saw a show. And then we flew to Nashville and saw Chris and Donna. And then Chuck and Monica came and met us a few days later. And we road trip to Knoxville together and saw a show. I saw lots of shows.
No kidding.
I can't remember. I would have to go add them up. I'm pretty sure I saw like somewhere around like 8 to 10 shows, I think.
But that's what you love to do.
It is what I love to do. And that's like my favorite thing about going back.
Mm-hmm.
So then from there, I flew to Texas to drop off Rufus. And then Joel and I met up again in Denver for a few more days, saw another show. And then we flew to Japan. And Japan.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Her eyes. We have star emoji eyes right now.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You did
Life-changing.
You did a cruise too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like a 3-week cruise?
It was a 2-week cruise and
Okay.
1 week in Tokyo.
Okay.
And Japan is now my new favorite place. I'm obsessed. I love it so much. Everything about it. The food is incredible.
Ramen.
That's all I want to eat is ramen. Ramen and sushi.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. And the people are so nice. Oh, going back though, rewind, because I missed my accident.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So my accident actually happened
In Colorado?
Yeah. The second time in Colorado before we went to Japan, like a day before we went to Japan.
Okay.
So Joel and I went to Harvard Gulch golf course.
Okay.
Where you went, but you
Right.
didn't golf with us that day
Yeah.
because you weren't feeling well. But so we went and golfed, and then he was like, "Ooh, let's take the scooters back because it's like 2 miles, maybe a mile and a half, 2 miles, something like that from where we were back to where we were staying." And I'm like, "Okay, great." So the scooters were in different, like one was on one end of the block, one was on the other end of the block. So he's like, "You go to that one, I'll go to the other one, we'll meet in the middle." I'm like, "Okay." So I go get on my scooter, I start riding. He's riding, so we're riding towards each other
Okay.
at this point. So he's watching me.
Oh, great.
And I had a hat on from golfing, and as I start going faster on the scooter, my hat flies off, and I, like an idiot, it's the electric scooters.
Yeah.
So I take my hand off to catch the hat and turn the handlebar as I'm like doing it. So I just completely ate shit. And I don't know how fast. I mean, I have no idea how fast I was going, but I came away with, like my toe is still bruised. You can't see because thankfully it's under a toenail polish.
Uh-huh.
But I had like road rash on my elbow, on my hand. Like I felt like I I fared pretty well from the fall.
But also, you probably feel stupid because you drive scooters. Like,
well, it wasn't. It's not. It's like the Razor, like an electric razor.
What is that?
That you stand on. So you stand on it.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
I would fall off of that thing in 2 seconds.
Yeah. So basically, what happened? Thank God there was like somebody outside. So the woman heard it happen. Joel's like, I have like blood dripping all over, and it was pretty bad. And so I'm like, I just need to walk this off. I'm like, end my scooter. Please just end my scooter ride. I am not riding that thing.
Was this your first time on it?
No, I've ridden them before plenty of times.
Okay.
I rode them the time when I was there in August. I rode them. We rode them.
This whole time I thought you
not like my scooter, not like a Vespa. No.
Yeah, that's
what
I thought it was going to be. It was like, so this is okay. So you really are on par with my whole bicycle incident. Then,
yeah.
It made me feel so much better, because I messaged you. Meanwhile, I'm feeling stupid because Sean's like laughing at me, like who falls off a bike, and who does it twice, and hello me, and then so I wrote that to you. I'm like, well, I fell off a bike today, and you're like, well, I crashed a scooter.
I crashed an electric scooter. So then the funny part about it is, so this golf course is like 3 blocks from my old house, and I know my neighbors, and one of my neighbors sits in his garage pretty much all day, every day. And so I'm like, I just need to walk this off a bit before, because I was in pretty bad pain. And, sometimes it just feels better to, keep moving. And so we walked, and we walked by my old house, and I was like, it looks like George's garage is open. I'm like, let's just walk down there, and if he's there, he'll remember me. It's only been a few years. And so they were home, and so his wife let me come in and got me all cleaned up and got me Band-Aids and Neosporin.
And I bet you they were like, it was nice for them to see you.
Yeah, it was.
So everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out why I fell off the bicycle yet, but I'm sure I will eventually.
Maybe if you hadn't have fallen off the bike, you would have been hit by a car.
Right? Or maybe if I hadn't fallen off the bike, Sean would have been trying to get me to ride bikes the rest of my life.
Right.
And I don't want to.
Yeah. Who knows? So what the best part about it is I actually got to get new shoes because my shoes got fucked up when I fell, and they were new shoes and they were cute, and then I was walking around with skid marks all over one side.
Skid marks.
So we got to Japan, and I was like, I cannot wear these shoes this whole time. They just didn't look cute, so now I got new Vans.
Yeah, I did the same thing, except for it wasn't because I accidentally washed my white, because I did this trip with a carry-on suitcase and a backpack.
Same.
Which is
mostly
really difficult to do that. Yeah. And I would, you'd buy things and then you switch things out throughout the trip, but still is difficult because minimal shoes, Erin.
Trust me, I know, but you want to know what happened to me? I started off with a carry-on and a backpack.
Uh-huh.
And then
you got a new suitcase. You got a bigger suitcase. I almost did that.
I got a bigger suitcase, and I had to ship stuff all around. But this is my defense. I had Rufus with me for the majority of this trip, and I was gone 12 weeks. And he has special food. He has prescription dog food. So I had to pre-order it, ship it. I shipped it to Colorado, then I shipped some to Tennessee, then I shipped some to Texas. I had to ship it all around. Yeah.
Well, back to replacing shoes.
Yes.
So I had my white Hey Dudes, which, by the way, I love Hey Dudes. I think that they're very comfortable. And, I have to put inserts in them because my arches are so high. But
poor thing.
Yeah, I know it sucks. I have a really rough life. No, and so I was wearing them, and when we go to Airbnbs and I wash them, but I in Italy I accidentally washed. I threw the whole thing in the dryer and on high heat, and they kind of curled up like a ball. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I need a pair of white shoes because it goes with these outfits, and I only have like
Right.
I only have this pair of shoes for all of this, and so I have to replace these shoes.
But so then you got Italian shoes, right?
No, then
Oh.
and then I found myself at Michael Kors, and I got a pair of white like tennis shoes that
Okay.
worked with like I could dress them up, dress them down, like
Yeah.
the cute white shoes that you could like wear with a dress, like a
Yeah.
sundress, but
Yeah.
then also wear with the joggers. Which, by the way, I wore so many joggers and jeans.
I took all these clothes with me. What did I wear?
Joggers.
Joggers.
But I only brought one pair of joggers and one pair of jeans. So I was literally wearing, switch, wearing, wash, switch
Wow.
the whole time.
Wow.
And
I'm not sure what you packed because I had two pairs of jeans. I had multiple joggers. I had a million shirts. I know I didn't wear half of them.
I wear all of them. I wear everything.
I did.
I wear everything, and
at least once.
I was so sick of everything that I have. And
I don't know why I didn't throw stuff away on the way, but then I got home and I was like, I don't ever want to see this again. So it's already either been.
I left a
donated
bag.
Or,
I left a bag on the cruise ship. I'm like, fuck this shirt.
Yeah.
Fuck this shirt. Fuck this shirt. Fuck this.
Really
And
worried
I would
about.
wear stuff out to a point where I'd get like holes in it from washing it so much,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, well that's goner. So I don't know. Look, I definitely want to do more traveling. I'm excited to do more traveling, but at the end of the day, I could have done a medium-sized suitcase because I did check it, and I had no problems checking it. So why not just have a little bit bigger bag?
Yeah, I mean, my biggest thing is not so much the checking because we did. I can't remember now. I know I checked on the way home from Japan. I'm pretty sure I checked on the way there. It's more just like the ease of it, but like in Europe, especially if you're like, and for us though, like we stayed in Tokyo for a week, so we spent like 3 or 4 nights in one place, and then we took the bullet train to Kyoto and stayed in Kyoto for a night, and then took the bullet train back, and then stayed in a different part of Japan. Like if we had bigger bags, it would have sucked to do that.
Yeah.
To
Well,
to
and
lug
that's-
them around.
I
and-
totally understand that, and that's the difference between your trip and my trip. We stayed in a place. We would stay in a place for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
so
and then we
easier.
would just take like kind of day trips and stuff.
Right. Yeah. That does make life easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm a girl. Like, I
know.
I want more shoes.
More shoes.
I hated.
I had one dress up.
We might not need to include all this because I don't know how much our
I know.
listeners want it. If you understand us, like, go to Instagram and like us because you understand our struggles.
The struggle is real, though.
Because, like, we're women, man. Like, shoes make
Shoes.
the outfit.
Shoes.
Shoes make the outfit. So,
Yeah.
basically, we had an amazing time.
Yes.
But we don't want to talk too much about that because also this podcast is about Palmas.
Oh, right. Oh, right.
and how much we love our community. And
Yes.
so we should
And we're so happy
we
to
are
be back.
so
and we
happy to be back.
cannot
Cannot
wait
wait.
to get back to recording.
Oh, my goodness.
With everybody.
We have
We've already got people lined up.
Such a great lineup. I mean,
Yes. So our first chat
yes.
is with.
Dun 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 dun. Or you want me to?
I thought you were going to
you were
say
gonna
it.
say it.
David Santabria.
Yes.
Yes.
The headmaster at
head
TPA.
Head of TPA.
And he is very excited. We are super excited to talk to him. He sounds like a really awesome dude. And we're excited to hear about everything that's happening at TPA and all of his plans for TPA and his thoughts on Palmas and all that good stuff. And
Yep.
he asked me that, what do I expect here? And I told him all that. And then I said, with sprinkled in with some silliness. That's just, and he's like, I like it. I'm like, awesome. So we're
Yes.
very excited to be chatting with him.
Very excited. And we have our next
Young person.
teen victim.
No,
Just
our,
kidding.
What would we call these? Because these young people are so impressive. And so I can't just call them our teen. Oh, here we got a teen coming on the show.
know.
No, like this is an impressive individual. Like we had Emily last season. This season we have Amelia. And wait, does everybody know Amelia?
I mean, I feel like everybody should know
If you don't know
and if you
Amelia,
don't-
then she is incredibly talented. Incredibly
And
talented.
we've had both of her parents on as
we
well.
did.
Rustin
and Alana.
Alana.
I do want, by the way, I want Rustin. I already talked to him. I want Rustin to come back on to do another game.
Oh, that'd
That
be
was fun.
Yeah. Okay. So I know she's super excited. And I think one of my favorite parts about that is that now I'm like, wait, did she ask me or did I ask her?
I have no idea. I wasn't a part of the conversation. I mentioned so when I saw
can't
her
remember now.
when I saw her at the Dirty Coin event,
yeah.
her and I chatted for quite some bit. I very much enjoyed chatting with her, and I
Yeah.
said to her, "I'm like
She's so
and
awesome.
she was really excited to come on the show, and I'm like,
Yeah.
the next season I want you on, and also I would love for you, is what I said to her, to do draw Erin and I as little
Yes.
cartoon characters
Yes.
for our show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like all in. So yeah,
Yep.
I
know.
I'm
Super
excited
excited
to
for
chat
that.
with her.
Yeah.
We have Ivan and Dante at Pura Vida coming on at some point separately. Christina at
From Cafe
de
de la Plaza.
We got to talk to. Well, we got a few people to talk to yet.
We have a lot
And-
we have a long list.
And also, we also
people.
have people who we've already planned part twos. We have
Yeah.
Peter coming back. We have Anthony coming back.
Yep.
I'm sure we're going to have Swider coming back because he's got too many
obviously.
stories, and his episodes were hysterical.
And we can't get away from Joel.
we can't get away from Joel. He's going to be back. And, maybe we'll have Sean on for his own episode.
Oh, is he ready?
Yeah, I think he's ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, there's just a lot. There's so much. And we haven't even touched the surface. And we're really excited about all of this. And
we're going to plan at least one more event
we're going to.
for so much.
This year, I would like to do a couple live events. I
Yeah.
have some ideas.
Yep.
Maybe work with Lisa again, because
Yep.
that was a lot of fun. We had some really good feedback on that one. And let's see what else.
I'm sure we're going to come up with some new games. We haven't.
And some new fun questions that are, some of our silly questions. We might be moving on from the whole superhero goof ups. And
Maybe.
or superpower goof ups, I think is what it originally was.
Yeah,
I always say
something like
it doesn't
that.
really
I don't
matter. Oh, and by the way, somebody did ask me, and I can't remember who it was. This is really funny, actually, because somebody who listened, gosh, it'll come. I can't remember who it was, but they said I was listening to the episode where, well, it must have been. Oh, it would have been the first episode, Joel, and you said your superpower. And you had your goof up, and I said, "Oh, I know what your goof up is, what your quirk is," and then I never said what it was, and so somebody picked up on that, and they said, "Well, what did you think her goof up was going to be?" Because your goof up was that you had to flap your arms, right?
Right.
What I thought your goof up was going to be, your quirk, would be having something to do with the fact that you don't like birds. So
It's not that I don't like birds. I don't like certain
so every
birds.
time that you would go
Pigeons.
fly, you would be chased by these birds that you don't like. I thought that was going to be your quirk.
No.
I thought it'd have something to do with the fact that you don't like birds.
No.
Like they're
I
like
don't-
you
I-
like
I
you'd have a pigeon.
just
You'd
don't
have
like
you'd have a
pigeons.
pigeon sidekick.
Because I love owls.
You'd have a pigeon sidekick that you like hated, but also
Oh
really
my
liked having
God.
a sidekick.
No. If I had a sidekick, it would be an owl.
Oh,
Definitely.
Whoa, what? Okay, why? Why?
Because I love
I
owls.
do too. I do
Yeah.
too.
I think owls are the coolest. So, see, I don't hate birds.
They're the coolest.
God, you are so
I
corny.
know. I love that about me. I
Seriously.
love it about me.
Have you been hanging out with Joel?
Unfortunately, not. I miss him.
Yeah. Well, don't
But
worry.
we're
You'll
back,
have
baby.
Plenty
We
of
are
opportunities.
We
Yep.
are back. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel good. I'm excited for season 2.
Season 2, baby. We're going to
Yep.
be continuing to launch on Wednesdays, I'm sure. Yes.
Season 2. I'm really, really, really excited about it.
I am as well, obviously. I'm still here.
Obviously.
Obviously.
If we were only doing video, you could see how excited
And also
Bex is.
somewhat tipsy. Somewhat tipsy Bex. Glass and a half of wine. Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you.
Tell us.
I'm tipsy.
I forget. How do we end the show?
I was while this banter has been going on, I was literally trying to think of. I'm like, I swear she came up with something last season.
we had something,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Love it so much. It was something so much. It was something so much.
Yeah.
It was something so much. Love it so much.
This has been so much fun.
So much fun.
So much.
So much. So we're gonna.
Oh
so really,
my
I'm
God.
Really excited. You have to listen to this. You have to listen.
I can't wait to edit this
listen to this
show.
crap. Oh my
Oh
God!
my
There's so much
God.
that she has to take out. You know, this is another reason why I. By the way, I love our show name. It works because we say, and I'm sure that we said so much a lot before this, but
now we say it so much more.
This has been fun. A nice little update episode.
So much.
Of course. It's always so much fun. And I'm so happy that we are back in this.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to this season and all the awesome people that we're going to be talking to. And we'll see you next time. Well, I'll see you, but you'll hear me until we have our studio set up. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
It's about to get so much fun. It's about to be so much. It's about to be so much fun. You know what? You say it. I
don't know. Oh my God.
I drank too much wine.
It's like we've never done this.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Until next time.
We have a lot of endings. It's fine.
There's got to be something good here, right?
Yeah. It's been so much
It's
fun.
been so much-
I always love chatting with
It's
you.
been so much fun, and
So
I
much
look
fun.
forward to all the more chats, all the other. God,
All the more chats?
fuck. God, beep, beep. It's like bloopers, right? Add some bloopers.
Well,
to
some
the
of these will most likely be bloopers at the
blooper,
end.
burp, burp, little Easter eggs. If you didn't know that, by the way, Erin does leave Easter eggs on some of our episodes, so pay attention and listen to the very end.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, love you,
love you,
mean
but-
it. Bye. Don't you know that?
I do. I love that you
Yeah.
said that. I love it so much. All right. You know what? Just have it fade out. Just have it fade out as we continue to talk, okay? This is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
my
bad.
God. All right.
Okay.
Love, love, love,
All
love,
right.
love, 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 love.
love.